Bro, did you see that we made the Fox News last night? I get home, right? I'm looking at some different news sites. That front page of Fox News was Joe Rogan reading the TikTok.
Oh, when we're reading the terms of service?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, right?
But it was the front, it was the main thing. Yeah, it was like the night after we did the interview, same day, right? So the head article is Joe Rogan reads the TikTok agreement, right? It's like
terms of service.
It's almost like sometimes I'm like, is Joe the only person who's reading the terms of service of things in America, and the rest of us are just using shit like right out of the box, like not even paying attention to what's going on? That's what I felt like a little bit.
I think a lot of people are now with things like TikTok, because there's been a lot of articles written about it and a lot of people calling for it to be banned because it's basically Chinese spyware.
But if they get us, then what would they like? So say we talked about it a little bit the other day, but say they get, like they infiltrate all the electronics, they get all the data and everything. But then how do they get us as people? Like how do they get us into the cages?
Well, I don't think it's as simple as get people in the cages. I think what they want is intellectual property. They want to steal data, and they want to, like, if they have access to your computer and say, what if you're working on some fucking weapon system, or what if you're working on some communication system, and they have access to your computer, they can steal that data from your computer because they have access to it because you're using TikTok.
So it's just about information.
Yeah. One of the more disturbing things was saying that they have access to computers that aren't even being used for TikTok.
Right.
Like other computers
I remember you saying
using,
that.
which is just...
That's crazy.
It's so insane that would actually be something that someone would allow. They had an engineer, software engineer, back engineered TikTok and said it was the most, in terms of like invasion of privacy, it was the most egregious example that they'd ever found.
So wouldn't there be some structure or template in American society or government or hierarchy that would protect us from that sort of thing? Why? That's what I don't understand sometimes. Why isn't there like something that protects us from that sort of thing, or is it just our own responsibilities?
I don't know what they can do now other than ban it. But I know they were talking about banning it for a while, but then there was some sort of a deal that was made where the data was going to go from the American version of TikTok was going to go to America. But it turns out that it's not. It's going straight to China, and then they get the version to America. See if that's correct.
See, that
sounds right like what I read. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
let's think.
And we're gonna keep using it. It's almost like, because what if they told women there's a makeup that would steal your face, right? Like you put it on and it's gonna put your face in China.
Yeah.
And then we still use it.
Right.
I mean, that just shows me the level of addiction that we have to
social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an addiction.
They have an office here. TikTok has an office in Austin.
For people that need help?
Yeah. You know how I found about that? Some lady was heckling at the Creek in the Cave, and she said, I go, what do you do? She's like, I work for TikTok.
Damn. How old was she?
She's in her 20s.
Oh, that's all right. Dude, Tony ripped into that lady the other night, dude.
Oh, that lady was nuts.
Fell over a table. It's very sad.
There was some fucking drunks last night, man. Some rowdy-ass people. For a Tuesday?
Yeah, you crushed, man.
It was fun.
It was cool. I hadn't seen you perform in a long time. I mean, I hadn't seen a lot of people perform in a long time.
Yeah, it's here it goes. Leaked audio from 80 internal TikTok meetings show that U.S. user data has been repeatedly accessed from China. I feel like with these tools, there's some backdoor to access user data in almost all of them, said an internal auditor hired to help TikTok close off Chinese access to sensitive information like Americans' birthdays and phone numbers.
Damn.
And if you look at the terms of service, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
What they have the ability to access is a lot more than that. The terms of service is nuts. Just reading that any company that would try to sell you on social media. I mean, it's one thing to like say, oh, we're going to target ads in your direction. We're kind of used to that. Like, whatever. Like with Google and shit. Like, I don't mind if they send ads my way. But what they're doing is nuts. They have access to your audio. That means they have access to your fucking microphone. They're listening to you talk.
That's scary.
Yeah, like if you're having a conversation, like we're going to do this deal with China, and what we're going to sell them is this.
But how much bullshit do they have to listen to of just people fucking listening, like talking to an animal or fucking, like recording like a recipe for a buddy or something? How much bullshit are they having to fucking say? Like, it's almost sad if there's just like a, just a field, like a football field of Chinese people. Just listening to Americans like fucking clear their throat and shit. Yeah.
I think most that stuff they're not interested in. They're interested in targeting specific individuals. Like, let's say you're an executive at a big software company.
Okay.
And they know that your kids are using TikTok and their kids are also using your computer. Well, they get access to your computer now.
Right.
This is what it seemed to me. I mean, obviously I'm a Luddite when it comes to this shit. So I'm just explaining from what I'm reading in terms of like what this could be interpreted as. That they have access to your keystrokes.
Yeah.
Meaning like whatever you're typing,
Right.
You're typing to your wife, like I'm tired of your bullshit. Like whatever you're typing, they have access to that.
But it's just crazy that all of them are going to be in their sleep. Those people that work there, and then in the middle of the night, they just have some love letter to some fucking, a couple gay dudes or some fucking, kid like sending his, like dirty pictures to his buddy or something. It's just like they're going to be fucking losing their minds if
I
they're
don't think they would
processing
access
all
that. I know what you're saying, but I don't think they would access that.
Yeah.
I think what they would do is use it specifically to target individuals that they think are working on valuable information,
I see, high-end
sensitive
stuff.
Yeah. Or if someone was like doing something that was the Chinese party deemed bad for China, maybe some Chinese person over here was like selling Chinese information to America. They could find out all kinds of stuff.
Say something like this happens, right? You're leaving work, okay?
Okay.
And things got compromised out in the world. You were at work, you were doing a podcast episode or something, and like things just kind of hit that level where it's like maybe a couple police precincts have been taken over just by vandals and crazies. Like the pendulum's starting to, things are getting like AWOL, right? And then everything, the purge, right? So you're driving home, you're getting fucking Cam Haynes is sending you fucking 1,000 hammers, you know what I'm saying? Like you're getting all of it. Everybody's just texting you, Jocko's like, I'm not even waking up tomorrow for work. I'll be up all, I'm just going to be up at 4:30, right? Like everything's all, what do you do? Like how do you, this is the end. This is when it's like, all right, Joe Rogan. You hear, you know what I'm saying? You hear it just comes from God or from something like a strong wind with a fucking with a voice box in it. It's like, this is it.
This is the apocalypse.
You're leaving work. This is it.